All right, friends, we are back after a long time. Uh, just things were happening in my life, and I was quite busy with everything going on, so I was unable to make new videos. But I was trading as usual, and yeah, I'd like to share some insights into my trading. And what I'm showcasing here is I'll show you. Basically, what I'm doing is I am trading the Nasdaq, all right, and the way to trade this is MT5 platform, and the way to trade is multiple time frames. Like for example, what you would do is you would have four time frames open on your in your platform, and say this one is 5 minute, this one is 15 minute, this one is 1 hour, and this one is 4 hour time frame. So basically what we are trying to do is we are trying to so basically what you have to understand is that loss is part of the game, but you have to win more times and lose fewer times, right? So you win more, you lose less. And yeah, so let me show you the history for today. And I have made, I mean, sometimes it's a loss for the whole day, but today I've made $41 trading the Nasdaq, and it's 6:52 at the moment, PM. That's Pakistan Standard Time. So in about 8 minutes time, US market will open, and then all hell breaks loose, and market can go in any direction. So ideally, we should take a pause in a few minutes time and then see where the market is heading, and then we'll be entering another trade. All right. So we have to wait a little while and see where the market goes. Okay, so what I have on my chart is I have my MT5 template that I use for trading. All right. So it's a set of indicators that when used together can give you profitable trades. All right. So the name of the system is Big Bull, right? So if I just right click templates, and Big Bull system is the name of the system, but I fine tuned it. I've added a few indicators to it. I've removed a few things. So what I have going on my chart is, let me just expand this window so you'll be able to see better. All right. So what we have here is we have, I'll right click and click indicator list. So you'll see what we have on the chart. So we have a moving average. All right. So we have a 200 moving average, which is this magenta line. Okay, so this is basically for trend change. Then we have another moving average, which is a 50 moving average, which is this lime color. All right. Then we have an indicator which is big bull candles, and it's just a MACD, right? And it changes the color of the candles as per the MACD. So if MACD is going down, it will, yeah, these are the MACD values, and it will turn them red. If MACD is going up, it will turn them blue. So that's big bull candles. It changes the colors of the candles according to MACD. Then we have big bull PTL. All right. Now this PTL is actually this dot. When this dot appears, then the trend changes. Okay. So the trend changes from, say for example, let's big bull PTL. We'll just close this and we'll close this. So we got our last dot here, and then we were in a downtrend. This is the 5-minute chart. All right. So we successfully traded this, and now we are trading this. All right. So this This, when it appears near a supply and demand zone, then there is a good chance of the market turning around. All right, and anything can happen in the market. So it could go up, it could come down, it could hit my stop loss, or I could just do some scalping. At the end, the objective is to earn some money, lose less, win more. But the thing is that don't just depend on one time frame. All right, so what you have to do is you have to look at the 5-minute time frame, and then you have to see what's happening in the 15-minute time frame. All right, and then you have to see what's happening in the 1 hour time frame, and then you have to see what's happening in the 4 hour time frame. All right, so then you'll get the bigger picture of what to do. All right, so let's just right click again and come to indicators, and then there is this option of big bull ribbon. So this ribbon is this part, which if it's red it's going down, if it's blue it's going up, right? So this is the big bull ribbon. All right, and then we have ribbon 1. So there are 2 ribbons. So there is this one ribbon and there is this other ribbon. So there are 2 ribbons, and here also we have 2 ribbons. So big bull JMA, big bull JMA is, where is big bull JMA? Big bull JMA is also an indicator. I think where is it on the chart? This is what I'm trying to think. It's somewhere anyway. And then we have big bull clock, which is this clock which shows you the countdown timer to the last to the candle. All right, and then we have shift supply and demand. All right, so you can use any good indicator in place of this supply and demand. You can use support and resistance, you can use any good supply and demand indicator. So this will give you levels from where the market would probably turn or slow down or correct itself. So basically, what we are trying to, what everybody is trying to do is to catch tops and bottoms. You can never catch top or bottom, right? But it gives you a good chance, good opportunity to capitalize on the move. So you don't need to enter at this point. You can enter here, you can enter anywhere, but then say for example you'll see that there is a double bottom formed here, and then the price is going up, and it's about 658, so market will turn crazy soon. And then what we have is this indicator. So this indicator does is it's adaptive QQE averages with histogram, and it shows divergence also. So if I double click on this, so you'll be able to see what I have, what we have going here. So back limit is 1000, history mode is false. I don't need to see history, I just need to see the current. Show untest, this is supply and demand, shift supply and demand. So these are just my settings as per my preference, but you could set this according to your requirements. So you can set up this according to whatever you like. So this is shift supply and demand, and then we will now delve down on this. All right, so the thing here is this system has a lot of flexibility. So you see QQE RSI smoothing is 5 as default. Now from here you have loads of options, right? You see all of these algorithms are available here to smooth out the QQE. So ADX VMA, the double exponential moving average, I mean the Hull moving averages are there, Zurich smoothing. I prefer to use Legwear filter. It's RSI, but supercharged RSI. right? So you could just try, test it out, and then see which ones work for you, and then you can decide to. And then CBF price. There are multiple options, so you can choose from here also. There are people usually use close. I use trend bias price. I'm using this now at the moment. I've tested it, it worked for me, so I'm using it. So what you have to do is, and then what is there is RSI method. Okay, so you have Cutler's RSI, you have Ashler's RSI smoothed, you have Harris RSI, Rapid RSI, RSX, and Slow RSI. So finally, I am using RSX at the moment. So it's just you have to test these settings out. So I use RSX, Legwell filter, and trend bias price. All right. So and then what you have is divergence. So divergence visible true, and on indicator divergence visible true, on chart divergence visible false. This is just my preference, but you can choose whatever you like. So we just close this window, close this. Okay, so our current trade has moved into considerable profit after the market opened. We're back in action, we're making money, and it's just wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. You do the same thing again and again. One trade will not win you a super car, or it will not change your life. So it's just doing the same thing again and again, again and again, again and again. You keep trading, you buy, sell. As you get the indicate signals, you take these trades. You just do the works. What I'm trying to do now is to close this window, but I think there is. And so what's happening is, as I'm recording this also, so let me just see. So there you go. But unless and until I close this window, we won't be able to. Just click properties. No, it's not working. It's not responding. Because I'm recording on the same PC, so that's why and the markets are moving. So what we need to do is just click this link again, and we will almost be reaching our take profit again, and so this take profit will hit. And what I'm also trying to do is I'm taking the trades with the use of NEA. So I can just move to break even. I can with a one click, and with a one click I can buy, and with one click I can sell. So and then I can just click close all, so it will close all the open trades. So now let's see where the market goes. What will probably happen is after it hits my take profit, or it might not hit, I might just have to close the trade manually. Okay, so this pink line is a resistance, right? It is a supply zone, but it's a weak supply zone, right? So when you right click here and come on indicator, and when you come on shift supply and demand, it will show you what each color will mean on the on the chart. So color for verified resistance is crimson, color for proven resistance zone is red. So just take a screenshot of this, take a printout, keep it handy until you've learned all the colors. So color for weak support zone, color for untested resistance zone is orchid, which is this, so it's not tested yet. So keep this in handy, and it shows you here also next to it. So let's just close our trades, close all. So I booked this profit, and so I think you got the gist of the idea. So ideally, I'm looking at the 5 minute time frame. I'm trading the 5 minute time frame, and I'm trading the 15 minute time frame. All right, like you have to see 3 time frames minimum, right? So it's like 5 minute, 15 minute, and 1 hour. So 3 time frames you need to trade. Uh, and then you can look at the fourth one also, but at least you need to see 2 time frames or 3 time frames, and just look at the big picture. You see, the 4 hour time frame will give you the big picture that the US market has been dropping since the last since say February 20th. The market has been dropping. It dropped a lot. Now it's doing a correction. So if it breaks out from here, it will go here. Then maybe it could resume, but then it could just get rejected from here and then continue its downtrend. You all know that the U.S. economy is, the recession fears are there. There are other things which are happening. Gold prices shooting through the roof because of the recession fears. Other factors are at play. So this is the 4 hour chart. This is the 1 hour chart. So 1 hour chart, it's reaching this zone. So it's better to just close the trade, take a few minutes rest, see where the market is going. And then, the 15 minute is probably going here. Then we have the 5 minute. So let's just click this link again and let's just buy a little bit. Maybe we can squeeze a few dollars more out of this trade. Uh, because if US market opened 7 p.m. and it's 7 minutes past 7 p.m. So yes, so this is what we are trying to do. This is our system. So what we do is when we get this divergence really gives a big signal that the market would change direction or go in the other direction. So divergences are important, but then the main indicator is showing you it's going down, 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 and now it's flipped, so it's going up now. So this has already flipped, and this is zero cross line over, so it's crossed over the zero line. The 1 hour, it's going down, so it will cross the zero line. So hopefully it will touch here and then probably come down. So as soon as we reach a little bit higher, we will probably sell again. So from buy, we'll go into a sell. We'll see how the price reacts to this zone when it reaches here, and then we'll decide. Or if we still, if we don't reach, because sometimes it will not reach your level, it will just turn before that level, the price, because there are people who are jumping in, they want to get in before everyone else. So basically, yeah, so market turns around before the level comes, but patience pays. It's so you see, so now we are moving into a little bit of profit. So let's see how things go from here. So basically, what I can show you is basically the platform I'm using is Bybit MT5, and basically the charm here is they have a promotion where for 1 month they will not charge any commission, so if they don't charge you any commission, then on only indexes, all the indexes. So that's why I'm capitalizing and trading the Nasdaq now, because for a month I can earn, like I can scalp also. I don't have to worry about commissions, because just for an idea, I'll show you all history. Okay, so for example, the commissions are there. I'm trading, if I'm trading BTC, whatever. So if I make a profit, if I make a loss, whatever happens, I've paid $240 in commissions alone, and I've made $200 profit. So like I've given more in commissions to this company that I've earned from here. So now I got the opportunity. They were running a promotion, uh, that for 1 month they will not charge any commission. So now I'm capitalizing. I will milk the I will milk this cow for all it's worth, and let's see how things go. So trading as usual. So normally I don't like to make longer videos, longer duration videos, because I know your time is also precious. People don't like to watch, the videos going on and on and on. But I think it will do a little good if I make a longer video. I can maybe share a few more ideas with you, because you see your indicator system, it does generate signals for you, but you have to interpret the signals, yeah, and then you have to trade those signals also. So interpreting the signals and then trading them accordingly, and then say for example your trade could be in a loss, so you have to be ready to close it at a loss, right? So we were just saying that maybe sometimes the price doesn't reach this point and it turns around, and this is what's happening. But because we are sort of in an uptrend, so we've got a divergence here, and it's going a little bit up. So here, I mean, it's going down. So here we're going up. So we hope the price will reach here. This is our take profit. We can fine tune this further. And if I'm scalping, I'm actually scalping. I'm not like on 5 minutes, on 15 minutes. You can't do swing trading. I don't want to fool you. I'm just scalping. Yeah. So in scalping, you take a few dollars, and then you come out of the trade and then you enter again. Yeah. So sometimes it works for you and the trade lands you 10, 15, $20. But then it's a lot of hard work, a lot of stress. I like to say that this is the most difficult business in the world. It causes a lot of stress. It looks easy, it looks simple, but in reality, it's all a psychological game. Yeah. So like your money management is there, your risk management is there, but the trading psychology, oh my God, that's the subject where you have to invest time, money, energy. If you can't manage your emotions, then you can't trade. So so when you look at the loss, when you are running a trade, what happens to your mind? You just want to, yeah, you hope that the price would recover, yeah, and the trade will go into a profit, yeah, or you just want to close it at a break even, yeah. So the loss will keep on increasing, but as soon as it goes into a few dollars profit, you want to close it, you want to close and book the profit. So that's the psychological problem. I mean, one of the psychological problems. Your mind plays tricks on you, yeah. So these are the types of things. It takes years and years to train your mind. That's why people get mentors, for trading. There's no harm in learning from someone who can teach you things about the market. But only live testing, and when you get into the market, you'll understand the mindset. And if you can't handle stress, then this market is not for you. If you can't handle stress, then you're in the wrong business. You do something else. This is not for you. All right, friends, I leave you there, and and let's hope that today will hopefully, yeah. So let's just keep it on for a little more while. So it's already, the price turned around before So let's see, but we are still hoping the price, we are like, calculating the price will go up a little bit. Let's fine tune our take profit, because we're in an uptrend already, so it's just a small, so hopefully this will, this trade will also turn into profit, or will make like $1 or $2, and then we will get ready for selling, because once the price reaches this zone, it can penetrate into this zone a little bit, but then most probably it will come down. Yeah, it will come down to the 200 period moving average, or it could come down to the another you know uh, demand zone. Yeah, so there is a difference between supply and demand and support and resistance, right? So support and resistance is the historical, is a line, is like, support or resistance created over a period of time, and the older the line is, the more important it is. So prices, but supply and demand zones can form anywhere. So new supply zone can form, new demand zone can come up. These are levels which get created, depending on the price action. And see, now we are in a profit. So what we can do is probably just close this trade. So yeah, when you're scalping, even a second's delay can, can reduce your profits. So yeah, so let's just close here in a while. Let's see if it goes a little bit further, and it looks like it's going further, right? So yeah, so let's just close this in a while. Let's not close it. Let it hit our take profit, and then we'll close it. Okay, no problem. Let's just close it. So we have clicked, both the trades are closed. The history, we have made $60 now for today. We come again, and we can just see our trade history. So we've closed some losses also, but the thing is, our we closed some losses. Yeah, so losses are part of the game. You cannot have all winners, but when you lose like 40 cents, 80 cents, and when you gain a little bit more. Yeah, so you have, and if your system is good, then you have more winning trades than losing trades. So, and some will be massive winners. So at the end, you'll come out as a winner. It's also important which trading, which time, I've already spoken about the time frame, but which, like you're trading the Asian session, you're trading the London session, or the US session. So normally I've noticed Nasdaq, it's US session, so you have to trade it half. You have to. I look at the market all the time, but actively, market just opened now, so I made most of the money trading the London session. Yeah, and now you can see this just appeared, this dot here. So the trend is changing into a buy. Yeah, so Nasdaq appears to be going up. Yeah, and I had a goal of making about $100 today, and we have a good like 5-6 hours to go. So hopefully we'll get there today. All right, my friends. So now basically you see this price touch the zone. So we are not in any trade. This will also touch this zone, which is the untested resistance. Yeah, so it will touch this zone, and we just have to wait now. We have to trade. We have to wait for the next trade to appear. Yeah. So this is not like trading all the time. You have to wait. You have to see where the next signal comes. If the price breaks through this, then we again, it will first show on the lower time frame how the prices are behaving. We have already crossed the 200 moving average. We're in a bull run. But then this changes every 30 minutes to 1 hour. This yeah. And then the 15-minute will take another 2 hours for the trend to change. Yeah. And then the 1 hour, it's about every day or once in a day that the trend changes from buy to sell or sell to high. So you trade the lowest time frame, but then you look at the other time frames, like to know your bias. Like you're biased on the buy side or the sell side, or you're biased on both the sides. Yeah. So we are already running in a good profit. And I think the next video which I will record will be my MT4 system. So I use this MT5 system, and then along with this I use my MT4 system. So I look at both the systems at the same time. At the moment I'm trading MT5 system, but the MT4 system is also there. So let me just give you a sneak peek on the MT4 system so you'll get an idea. So this is the MT4 system, which is almost the same, but it's a bit more complicated. I'll make a separate video for it, in which I'll explain you how the system is working. So this is totally different system. I mean, it's mostly the same, but I've got a lot of things going on here. So yes. So yeah. So let me just remove this. So today we are focusing on the MT5 system, which is good, which is, yeah. So now what's happening is we are soon will be reaching our verified, and then we'll see how things take shape, what happens if there's a correction or if the price just keeps moving up. I'm getting a feeling that the price will just keep on going up. It will just break through this level, because when the markets are moving, it's like a train. It's like it's like a bulldozer. Yeah, it turns around. It turned around here, and now it's on its way up. So it doesn't normally slow down. I mean, it could slow down here a little bit, but then we are probably looking at a good correction. Yeah, hopefully the next zone, wherever the next zone appears. But I'm getting the feeling that this will just break through. But it could just stall here for a little while, maybe come down a little bit, take a breather, and then go up and break this zone, and then move out, and then yeah, go up. So this is what we are looking at. So it's all about the price. Yeah. And because we are trading the index, I don't trade shares. I look at the shares, but I like trading the index because it's easy money. It if the index goes down, then it goes down. If it goes up, it continues to go up. So you just go with the flow. You keep wash, rinse, wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, iron, repeat. You have to do the same thing again and again all the time. Just keep milking money out of the market. Market is too big. No one person can control the market. The banks control the market. The big players control the market. We are not the big fish in the pond. We are just a small fish. Yeah. So we don't put ourselves in front of the train wreck, yeah, and take a sell just because yeah, it feels like it will turn around from here. We see how the market reacts to the zone. If it comes down, then we sell. If it clears through it, then we it clears through this zone, then we buy in. But usually when there's a breakout of the zone, there is normally a retest. It goes up, it retests it, and then goes up again. So normally, hopefully we'll get a correction here. Yeah. So we're stuck in a zone basically. This is an area where the price is like, it's like ping pong between these two supply and demand zones, and it will break out. Either it will break down or it will break out. Break out from the zone on the higher side, or eventually it will come down. So that's how prices move. Yeah. So they move from zone to zone, and you just have to trade the zones. Once you know that price is in a zone, you trade the zone. You sell here, you buy here, you book some profits, you book some losses. Hopefully you'll be very proficient in this, and you'll book more profits than losses, and then you'll be a winner at the end. So what we were thinking is, hopefully the prices, it will break out from here. Let's see if it breaks out. We can probably take a small trade also here, but let's just wait, because normally if price can turn around anywhere. So buying here would be a bad decision. Selling here would have better odds of success. Buying here would be a little risky. So unless and until it breaks through and then comes down, tests the level again, then you enter. Right? So there we go. And you set a target, how much money you want to make in a day. But if you fall short, it's okay. You can fight another day. You can, if you survive this market, you can fight another day. You can, fight tomorrow, and play the same game all over again. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.